Hello everybody, welcome to my amazing spooky world. And on this Halloween special, this is the scariest thing I can come up with, being, Spider-Man. I bought this hoodie about, I don't know, going on a good, maybe about 9, maybe even 10 years ago. I bought this pretty early on when I first started going to Frank's Music, and yeah, so it could be about 10 years old that I bought this. I just want to show you that it's the old school Spider-Man. I'll show you the back so you can see what that looks like. Yeah, I really love this hoodie. So I'm going to be wearing this the whole show because it's in the spirit of Halloween, and this is as closest to Halloween as I can get. So I'm going to show you 10 basically album covers that I have in my collection. I probably have a couple of more, but these are the ones I could think of that represents Halloween. Now I got two different kind of honorable mentions that I want to kind of get for you. The first one, okay, and this is the only one for this type of honorable mention. The cover is not that scary, but there's one song on there that represents Halloween in a fundamental way, and it's the video that I'm highlighting for this artist, and that would be Michael Jackson Thriller. Yeah. So of course it's not about the cover, not for this honorable mention, but the video itself for Thriller is a classic Halloween themed, spectacular. So that's just an honorable mention. And so I have another couple of honorable mentions I want to highlight a little bit. There's a band I like, and I did a Mo CD Culture show and tell for this band quite a while back, but it really didn't do very well because I don't think anybody really knows the band. But there's a band called Ohgr, OHGR, and this is one of their albums called Devil in My Details. And I actually really like this album. It's a very short, cool, I consider it a concept album, but it represents like a demon or a devil on the cover. So that's an honorable mention. And now I can't forego another honorable mention for the Insane Clown Posse. Because, for them it's Halloween every day of the year. Because anytime they go out in public as the Insane Clown Posse, they're wearing their face makeups. And what best represents makeups, than that. And they have some cool tracks that are also like, because it's horror rap. It's horror themed content for that. So this is another honorable mention for the Halloween themed covers. Now, I'm going to get into my top 10 here, and they're not really in any particular order, but I do kind of have them ranked from the least best to the best, in my opinion. And so I find these are the 10 covers that I have in my collection that best represents a certain theme or look that represents a Halloween vibe. So, and you let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with my assessment. But in number 10 position, I am going to put Death Magnetic, because that cover, it represents a coffin. It represents death, and what better representation of Halloween than death, And the cover is actually really cool because it opens up and it's all hollowed out. That goes right down, right down deep into the Halloween theme. Look how scary that is, eh? Look at that. That's pretty scary. That's Metallica themselves. But yeah, so it ends up with the coffin, but you're being buried. So I think that really represents a good theme for Halloween, but it is in the number 10 position. Now, I could have put this a little higher, but I think this represents a great theme for Halloween, and vampires, Hollywood vampires, and that is Johnny Depp's band, sung mostly, pretty much 90 something percent is sung by Alice Cooper, and who can get more Halloweenish than Alice Cooper? Alice Cooper has always been sort of Halloween themed in some sort of way. So that is in the number 9 position as Hollywood Vampires. So there is that one. Now, again, I think this is a really this cover really represents a great Halloween type of vibe to it, even though it's not specifically Halloweenish. But I like to go with Bat Out of Hell. You can't talk about Halloween and evil stuff without going Bat Out of Hell. And look at that with the winged beast on the corner here, and this guy blasting out of hell. Very Halloween themed, I really think. And then you got in the number, is that number 10, 9, 8, 7. 7th position. Yeah. In the 7th position, I'm going to go with Ixnay on the Ombre. Check out that cover. Even when you turn the back here, I think that's very Halloweenish themed and really represents a great, a great concept for a Halloween look. Whenever you have skulls and flying bat skulls and stuff like that, and of course all the lettering is in bones. How much more Halloween can you get than that, right? So that's pretty Halloween themed. And on that vein, on that representation, so in the number 6 position, I want to present Rob Zombie. First of all, the name Zombie. Come on, that's very Halloweenish, and look at that makeup job with the scars and the white eyes and yeah, it's very Halloweenish looking, that cover. So that's in number 6 position, and yeah, I think that looks very Halloweenish. Now there's a band called Twiztid, and one of my favorite albums of them. They have many good albums, but this is actually the only one I own of Twiztid, and that would be Freak Show. And check that out. You got Jamie Madrox and Monoxide, and yeah, they got half of their faces sewn together. How much more Halloweenish can you get? I mean, here they are standing in a field, with demon wings, getting hit by lightning. Very Halloweenish themed, I think, in my opinion. So that's why this is at the number 5 position. Yeah. So I think that's a cool looking cover. Now in the number 4 position, and from this outset, ever since they first started in, I believe, 1974, this band has always represented Halloween, again with their face painted, but I think this cover here has it's the most Halloweenish in many respects, and that would be Creatures of the Night. Yeah, because with the glowing eyes and the bluish of the background and everything, and how close they are, it's the glowing of the eyes basically that really gives it that Halloweenish look. And of course the Creatures of the Night, the title of the album also gives it that Halloween flavor. So I think this is their most Halloweenish cover in many respects, although there's other ones that could have qualified, but I like to choose this one here. Now, this artist, and particularly this album cover, in many respects, it represents Halloween in many ways, and that would be Bark at the Moon, because Ozzy all dressed up in costumes, and in a couple of the videos, like So Tired, for example, how much more Halloweenish can you get with that video when he's dressed up as all these different characters, Halloweenish characters, and even the video for Bark at the Moon itself is also very Halloweenish. You know, yeah. If you don't consider this Halloweenish type of cover and content, even with the videos, nothing else is, because yeah, it's very Halloweenish for me. Now, this band, I still really love this band. It's part of the big four of thrash metal, but I consider this heavy metal in some respect. But you got South of Heaven. Now that's pretty Halloweenish looking, don't you think? So yeah, I mean, South of Heaven, that would be hell, wouldn't it? So yeah, I think this really represents a great Halloween theme, and that's why it's in the number 2 position. So yeah, look at that. Look how evil and Halloweenish that looks. And in the number 1 position, I think this is a really cool and probably one of my favorite album cover artists that is out there that I really enjoy, and that would be Eddie and the Killers. Check that out. Check how Halloweenish that really looks with the yellow and everything. So I think that's a fantastic cover. That's why it's in my number 1, because not necessarily that it represents a Halloween theme, but it's just that scariness and evilness that we associate with Halloween. So that's why I want to put this one in the number 1 position. Now, it was loosely ranked, okay? I mean, some of these could be, you can interchange some of them. It doesn't really matter. I just had to pick an order, and that's the order I went in. Because I still love his artwork. I still think he has some of the greatest album covers of all time. And I could have chosen Live After Death. That would have been another awesome album cover. But I presented that already in my top 10 favorite artistically drawn album covers. So I didn't want to choose it a second time. Although I could have, because I think Live After Death really does represent that Halloween even more so than this one. But I wanted to pick a different one, so this was the next one on the list for that. So yeah. If it wasn't Live After Death, because I almost grabbed that thing, because it is actually more Halloweenish than this. But yeah, I think this also looks really Halloweenish. So there, that's my top 10 with some honorable mentions that are loosely as, well, not as good as the top 10. But, yep, that is my Halloween video for today. I hope you liked it, and if you do, please consider subscribing to my channel. That would greatly help me. But I really love comments and giving thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up if you really enjoyed this video. So, as always, be safe, take care. I will see you on the flip side, and please, everybody, have a great day, evening, night, wherever you may be. Peace.